Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today we continue our series building decks led by the legendary creatures from the Final Fantasy set. Leading today's thematic deck is Minwu White Mage. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Minwu White Mage is a 5-mana 3/3 legendary human cleric with vigilance and lifelink. Whenever we gain life, we put a +1/+1 counter on each cleric we control. Okay, so quick note on Final Fantasy II, which is where Minwu is from. You start Final Fantasy II with 3 characters who are quickly decimated by the enemy. You then wake up in a hospital room having been healed by Minwu, who is the personal advisor to Princess Hilda and the chief healer for the Wild Rose Kingdom. Throughout Final Fantasy II, you maintain the party of 3 characters, but are assisted by a 4th person. This person keeps changing throughout the story. For a time, Minwu is the 4th member of the party. To be honest, I'd rather it be him throughout the whole game because he's frankly stronger and more useful than anyone else who fills that slot. Anyway, a while ago I promised to create deck lists for every single legendary creature in the Final Fantasy set. There is a problem with that promise. Several have duplicate or similar abilities. A white mage in Final Fantasy heals the party, protects them from harm, summons shields or buffs so the party can take less damage, and even brings party members back to full health after they're on death's door. So, when we have Minwu, who cares about life gain and clerics, Aerith Gainsborough, who cares about life gain and +1/+1 counters, and Rosa Resolute White Mage, who cares about life gain and +1/+1 counters, it becomes hard to justify creating decks for all 3 of them. So, consider this my White Mage commander deck. We've got clerics, life gain, and +1/+1 counter shenanigans. And we're mostly budget, with a deck that came in at just under $150. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard is made famous by their boulders. Solid, reliable, and affordable deck boxes. Boulders are now available in solid colors, like this beautiful blue one seen here. Find it if your local game store carries the new Ultimate Guard solid color boulders, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming over on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. Our land base consists of Adventurer's Inn, Radiant Fountain, War Room, Minas Tirith, Rogue's Passage, Scavenger Grounds, and 30 planes. Pretty straightforward. For mana ramp, we've got Pearl Medallion, the Wind Crystal, Herald's Horn, Oketra's Monument, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Marble Diamond, Mind Stone, Felwar Stone, Thrawn Dynamo, Gilded Lotus, Wayfarer's Bauble, and Solemn Simulacrum. Mostly staples, but we do have a couple of thematic cards. Our card advantage package consists of Mangara the Diplomat, Exemplar of Light, Archivist of Ogma, Alms Collector, the Gaffer, Lord Jiskel Guado, Ascend from Avernus, Sun Titan, Secret Rendezvous, Dawn of Hope, Well of Lost Dreams, and Vanquisher's Banner. Lots of ways to dig through our deck and keep our hands full. For interaction and spot removal, we've got Selfless Spirit, Swords to Plowshares, Disenchant, Destroy Evil, Path to Exile, Stroke of Midnight, Generous Gift, Reprieve, Restoration Magic, Brave the Elements, and Unbreakable Formation. Some protection, but mostly ways to remove annoying permanents. Our board wipes consist of Farewell, Mass Calcify, Damning Verdict, and Austere Command. Hooray for one-sided board wipes. The core of our deck includes our optional commanders, Aerith Gainsborough and Rosa Resolute White Mage, as well as mostly clerics, consisting of Hinterland Sanctifier, Soul Warden, Soul's Attendant, Voice of the Blessed, Lunarch Veteran, Suture Priest, Guide of Souls, Righteous Valkyrie, Metastatic Angel, Impassioned Orator, Elenda's Hierophant, Speaker of the Heavens, Machias the Lunarch, and Valkyrie Harbinger. Supporting our plan, we've got Authority of the Consuls, Envoy of the Ancestors, Abzan Battle Priest, Approach of the Second Sun, Coat of Arms, Cleric Class, and Prism Ring. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 49 mana sources split between 36 lands and 13 pieces of ramp. A little light, but we're a monocolored deck and our curve is low, so it's fine. 12 pieces of card advantage, 11 pieces of interaction, 4 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Scavenger Grounds and Farewell, 2 sudden I win cards in Approach of the Second Sun and Coat of Arms. Wait a minute, Danon. I get how Coat of Arms can win us the game. Most of our deck is clerics, and going from a bunch of 1-1 or 2-2 clerics to an army of 11-11 clerics is scary for anyone. But Approach of the Second Sun isn't sudden at all. You have to cast it, put it back into your library, and then cast it again several turns later. You are correct, dear viewer, but what you can do, assuming you have the mana, is target your own Approach of the Second Sun with Reprieve, then cast it again. This counts as the second time casting the spell, allowing you to win the game on the spot. Of course, this can only happen if the game goes on long enough for you to have 16 mana open. But with all the life we're gaining, that could very well happen with this deck. Do you have a Minwu White Mage deck? What about a deck led by one of the other legendary creatures from Final Fantasy? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alix, Borgi, Nazwin, Congo, Robert, Pye, Kazaris, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard, Sint, Boomy, Osira, Justin, Golden Walker, Captain Hammer, Yori, and Sleech. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.